let's be honest. Have you ever felt completely tangled up in the web of English tenses? I mean, who hasn't? It's one of the trickiest parts of the language, for sure. But what if I told you there's a secret, a single concept that makes it all just click into place?
Okay, let's just dive right in with a classic head-scratcher. Take a look at these two sentences. He will arrive at 8 p.m. and he will be arriving at 8 p.m. They're both about the future, right? And they're both perfectly correct. But they feel different, don't they? One sounds a little more certain, maybe a bit more formal, while the other feels more casual. The reason why is the key to unlocking English verbs.
For most of us, the problem looks like this. This giant, intimidating mountain of 12 different tenses that we have to memorize. Past perfect progressive, future perfect continuous. Seriously, it's enough to make anyone's head spin. It feels like you just have to cram them all into your brain, but you really don't.
Because the secret isn't memorizing 12 different things. It's about understanding one, much simpler idea called aspect. And once you get aspect, that mountain of 12 tenses just flattens out into a simple, logical system.
So what on earth is aspect? Well, think of it like the flavor or the texture of an action. Tense tells you when something happens, past, present, or future. That's the easy part. Aspect tells you how it's happening. Is it a done deal? Is it still going on, or is it just a temporary thing? This is the crucial difference.
And here's the magic. Look at this grid. Those 12 tenses you were stressing about, they are just combinations of one of the 3 tenses, past, present, or future, with one of the 4 aspects. That's it. It's a simple little chart, not some long, scary list to memorize. Understanding aspect is the key that unlocks this whole thing.
And it gets even better. To really get this, you only need to get comfortable with 3 main aspects. The 4th one is just a mix of the others. So think of these as the essential tools in your brand new grammar toolkit. Let's break them down, one by one.
First up, we've got the simple aspect. This is your go-to for things that are just facts, habits that don't change, or actions that are completely finished. When you say, I live in Adelaide, you're stating it as a solid fact about your life. It's simple, it's direct, it's done. Next is the progressive aspect. You might also know it as the continuous. This is your tool for actions that are temporary, still in progress, or changing. They are living in Adelaide gives a totally different feel. It suggests it's a temporary situation. It's happening now, but maybe it's not forever. It puts the focus on the action being in motion.
And finally, we have the perfect aspect. Now, this one is so incredibly useful. Its whole job is to connect 2 different moments in time, showing that one action happened before another one. So in a sentence like, he had left before I arrived, the perfect aspect builds a bridge, linking his leaving to my arrival, making it crystal clear which one came first.
Okay, that's enough theory. Let's see how this actually works out in the real world, because this is where it all comes together. We're going to put these tenses head to head, so you can see how a tiny change in aspect can completely flip the meaning of a sentence.
Let's start with a really powerful one. If I say, my father lived here all his life, using the simple past, I'm talking about a completed time period. The heartbreaking implication is that he's no longer alive. But if I switch to the present perfect, my father has lived here all his life, that change connects the past to right now, telling everyone he still lives here. A tiny grammatical choice tells a completely different story. It's literally the difference between life and death in this context.
Okay, how about this one? He left when I came in. Simple past. It sounds final. The action is over. But if we say he was leaving when I came in, well, the progressive aspect shows the action was in progress. I walked in on him as he was heading out. Maybe he saw me and changed his mind and stayed. The outcome is suddenly a total mystery.
And here we are, right back at our original puzzle. He will arrive at 8 p.m. That's simple future. It sounds like a fact, like it's on a schedule. It's strong. But he will be arriving by 8 p.m. uses the future progressive. It just feels a bit softer, doesn't it? It's less definite, more informal, focusing on the action happening around that time, not necessarily at that exact moment.
And here's one last super common example. I am wearing my sunglasses. Progressive aspect. It's a temporary action. I'm just doing it right now because the sun's out. But if I say I wear glasses, that's simple present. It's a permanent fact about me, a habitual state. See the difference? Temporary action versus a permanent state of being.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, this is kind of cool for grammar nerds, but trust me,
Understanding aspect has huge real-world consequences. Let's just take a look at a place where this kind of precision is absolutely everything: academic writing. In a formal paper, your choice of tense is a signal. It tells your reader how you're positioning your argument. You'll use the present tense for general truths or your own findings. Use past simple to talk about what specific researchers did in their studies. And you use the present perfect to talk about past research that's still relevant and connected to the current conversation. It's how you show you know your stuff.
So check out this real example. The concern has been a key issue. Why the present perfect? The author is intentionally signaling that this issue didn't just exist in the past. It started 25 years ago and it is still a key issue today. It directly connects the past to the present. If they'd used simple past, it would have implied the issue was over and done with.
So the big takeaway here is this: tenses aren't just a list of boring rules to memorize. They're actually a code for expressing how we experience and relate to time. Simple, progressive, perfect, these are the tools you can now use to add all this depth and precision to what you say. So now that you know the code, what conversation are you going to hear differently?